Welcome, my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to our timeless shadow reading. I am your reader, Mark-Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Darting the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a third one in process. First one's called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. There is a Kindle version available of Words of Grace from a professional witch, and a link in the description box that if you click it, you can preview it for free and see that it's mostly in chakra chapters. There are chakras in this reading. You might find it helpful. The original version, though, because the Kindle version's nice, but the original version, seriously, Fellini Film Fest in comparison, is over on Patreon, as well as the only place to find Spell Ingredients from a professional witch. My first book, the third one, will be on there as well in our digital shop. We've got those ebooks, we've got audios, we've got videos. The audios and videos have free previews, prayers, meditations, lectures, classes, workshops. There's a whole lot going on over there. Well, I'm Leo rising, you know. But you don't have to be a subscriber to shop. And my subscribers, some of them get all of it. Gods, Goddesses, top tier gets everything available that's in the digital shop as part of their monthly subscription. But the majority of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common. I'll do this quickly. They get a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link. We chat pretty much every single morning. I haven't missed a day in weeks, especially with the new kitten. That's a lot of fun. We'll pop up a picture of the kitten at the end if you hang out for it. We chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, or something to send us on our way. And it is the best way for me to start the day considering what I do for a living. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship stuff based, as well as they get a significant discount when it comes to booking me for a private session. We'll talk about at the end of the video a little bit about that if you're interested, and it's the best move I ever made. You can follow us for free, putting out a lot of content for the free followers. The subscribers get to see it all too, though. And certainly you can check us out in a 7-day free trial. The info's all on the site, so if you feel so drawn, if you feel so called, click the link. Check it out, look at the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lions, Mark-Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal, because not taking myself too seriously has been a really very healthy thing. So let's do some explanation for the new Leos and cross-watchers, and then we will jump into the divination. If you've heard it all before, feel free to jump ahead. I believe it's that direction. So welcome, new Leos. I am Mars conjunct Leo rising. If it wasn't for that, I would not be doing this. I wouldn't have the courage to do it. But I am glad to. We are taking only 6 cards to do a shadow reading, looking at the shadow work, what needs to be released, the spiritual alchemy. I'll explain as I go. I always do. So our first card down will be a card for the 8th chakra, hovering over your head. It's a Caroline Mace archetype card. It'll show us the lead and the gold, the shadow and the light. That's sending down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel, so we have the opportunity to no longer delay what cannot be prevented. How many times do you want to keep reincarnating for some of this stuff? Heart, third eye, crown, the internal goddess energy. We will be using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Let's not have that as a bottom card right this moment. Yeah, we'll put that. I'm going to reshuffle them as they hit the table anyway. The lower 3 chakras, the yang dynamic, relationships in the physical world, us looking at ourselves from the outside like in a mirror, and sometimes us from the inside out looking out at people, places, and things, and sometimes both, because mirroring is a thing. Mythic Tarot, one of my favorite decks. Let's not have you on the bottom of the... I don't do bottom of the deck reads for general reads because sometimes they take so much interpretation. So we'll put that one there. Those are the chakras, 8 to root. We will get Whisper of Lord Ganesh, a wonderful oracle by Angela Hartfield, and I don't know her, I'm just telling you. to help remove the obstacles. Ganesh is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. Really big in yoga studios around the world, from what I understand. And we will get a divine animals oracle, because it's in lots of stories, heroes' journeys, where the hero has their spirit animals and totems along with the rides. This is a lot of info. These last three I'll have book reads, but I'm only reading little bits and pieces of what's in there. But of course, because it's one of my readings, we are ending with a Matt Kahn healing mantra. These were Caroline Myss and Matt Kahn, two really probably my favorite spiritual teachers on the planet right now. But these really aren't divination. They are healing systems, so I recommend them independently of divinatory arts. So we'll get this to put it all together, because there ain't nothing like a mantra to help you get through it. There is our explanation. Let's do the divination. The shift from one to the other happens repeatedly in the still point. So both feet on the floor if you can. Oh, and I just learned this, I think from a YouTube reel or short, whatever they're called, that if your knees are lower than your hips when you're sitting, your back will be more organically straightened, right? Like just more, it's like, oh. And most chairs and couches are built like that. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I promise you I'll do my best to help anybody do the shadow work, because there's a collective shadow. So as we clear our own personal stuff, we're shifting to a more golden rather than leaded timeline. Oh, you'll hear me say it. Let's just do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the one being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, one card in clarity for us Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. What's going on in the 8th chakra, indicating the shadow work, the spiritual alchemy from shadow to light, from lead to gold, from pain to peace. So we shift from toxicity to health, from fear to love, and illusion to truth. For this time, let's read The Alchemist. Yes! Spiritual alchemy reading with The Alchemist. Now, there are 9 different families, groups, categories of archetypes. This one actually has a foot into the divine family, which is your spiritual power, how that grows and develops, and the wisdom family, which obviously is, wisdom that we accumulate. So written on the card here, if you are new, is the shadow attribute and the light. I call this lead and this gold, with 3 symbolic atoms in between the 3 of them on the periodic table. Lead is heavier than gold, and that's why the whispers of Lord Ganesh, and this whole process of surrendering, letting go, facing the shadow, inner child, whatever, right? So catch this, buckle up. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The Alchemist tends to come to me. It's seasonal. It comes and goes. So the lead, misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Witches. Hey, it's a temptation. You live and learn. I just don't want to have to reincarnate for that. What we're shooting for here, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Because, there's nothing wrong with what it is that our hearts desire, what it is that we really want, right? It's a hero's journey. So the ability to take these base goals, like what are base goals? I don't know, food, clothing, shelter, right? Friends, love, lover, happiness, health, wealth, and wisdom. I think everybody wants that at core. You can't get more base than that, right? So to see the journey and take the wisdom and do the alchemy as you go, shifting from lead to gold, work. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now that is very, very archetypes are about power. It's all about, where are you, a villain or hero on the journey. So let's see, heart, third eye, crown, because minimum, throat, chakra, willpower. It's our choice and our decision. Please take a nice deep breath. My goddesses override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. But all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, what's going on for us? Heart, third eye crown. Ooh, the 10 of blades, the rattle, the passing of the talking stick. Definitely third eye. One would think the element of air, the element of thought. The rattle is a ceremony that brings together the tribe, and there's a rattle. It was also known as the talking stick, right? And whoever holds the talking stick is the one who speaks, who talks. Everybody else stays in the present moment to the best of their ability and listens, and then it passes so that everybody gets heard. All the pieces of the puzzle are on the table. Now, this is inside, right? So this might be a resolution, a mental resolution. All of the puzzle pieces are there. All of the pieces of information have been given to us at this time, right? Like whenever you're watching this timeless right? But sometimes it does take that alchemy to allow ourselves to see truth, right? To see, there's always a higher truth. There's just always, so what happens at the 10? 1 plus 0 is 1, right? So we start again at the ace, and around the wheel we go, at least in the element of air. Okay, so I would say that's leaning kind of towards the wisdom family archetype, but the divine family archetype to alchemize from our illusions to truth. It's a big one. Collectively. All right, here we go. Lower 3 chakras. This should be interesting. Usually is. Please take a nice deep breath. My God's override. Ooh. A place for everything, and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, one card in clarity, please, for us. Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers. What do we need to be aware of outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakra dynamic to alchemize? The Alchemist in the 8th with the rattle, 10 of blades on the inner for this shadow read. Sure enough. 2 of Wands, Jason of Jason and the Argonauts. The call to retrieve the golden fleece has been made. Will he answer the call? Will he not answer the call? If he answers the call, he has to go into that cave there where we see Chiron, the wounded healer, the teacher of heroes, and the card of the Hierophant in this mythic tarot. What will he do? Well, I think, spoiler alert, he does it. I mean, it's only thousands of years old, right? The myth of Jason and the Argonauts. There have been some amazing movies about it. There have been some crappy movies about it, but, you know, MST3K fodder either way. Yeah, it's a choice. Now, 2s are always about a choice. Doesn't matter, you know, pentacle, sword, wand, or cup. We will raise our power up. It's just a choice. Now, to me, minor arcana are the things that happen, right? They're the things that happen in the places, which are the major arcana, right? The larger stuff going on. And of course, court cards are zodiacal influences, people, places, and things. So what we've got going on here is a choice. Now, with the Alchemist, this says that just because there's not a grandiose decision doesn't mean that our choices don't have consequences here. So, you know, what this could be about in a general read could be in the outside world about anything. But, you know, letter gold. There's the choice. Ego or soul, hey, and the personality has to choose. Moment by moment. Breath by breath, step by step. Slowly I turn. Yeah, well, I guess that makes sense. All right. We got the chakras on the table. Let's ask Lord Ganesh how to remove the obstacles on this one. I love this read. Please take a nice deep breath. Feet on the floor. Stop. Ganesh override. place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Lord Ganesh, what is your wise, loving, empowered oracle message to help us, Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading? Alchemize the alchemist in the 8th, rattle on the inner, 2 of flames, 2 of wands on the outer. For this timeless shadow read, spiritual quest. We're heroes on the journey, but alchemist heroes. Well, that's kind of fun-ish. Location, location, location. Card number 40. I'm just going to read a little bit of this. Well, look at him. He's got his accessories. I mean, he is on point. Who are you wearing? You are called to realize your full potential and choose to become a force for good in the world. It's like getting contacted by the Avengers or the Justice League. Don't you find? I would be Justice League Dark. Obvi, hanging out with Constantine. Woof. Whether or not you are aware of it, you are embarking on a great spiritual quest. Your soul is leading you to a myriad of discoveries about who you truly are and what you came here to achieve in this lifetime. This is a hero's journey read. I mean, we've got literally one of the classic Greek heroes here, and the pieces are coming together. Will you take the call or not? Each of us has a unique journey that is tailored especially for us and designed for us to reach our highest potential. During this quest, you will gain significant insights into your purpose here on Earth. For many, the journey will have been preceded by a period of upheaval, confusion, and conflict, no duh, which has birthed a desire for greater clarity and concrete answers about the meaning and purpose of your life. I don't know. This is Joseph Campbell. Please pick up the courtesy telephone in the higher realms. He's probably reincarnated on his hero's journey again. So every hero, you know how many times, right? Like, you know, He-Man had Battle Cat, right? You know, on and on and on. So, you know, spirit animals and totems, we all have them. They're always with us. So why not ask for their help? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Totemic override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all. And with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved spirit animals and totems, who walks with us, who flies with us, who crawls with us, who swims with us, to assist the Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers to alchemize the shadow in the 8th chakra with the alchemist, rattle on the inner, 2 wands on the outer, removing obstacles as a spiritual quest, with a spiritual quest for this timeless shadow read. Karma, 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 chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. Change. Oh, well, it's a good thing I'm a Virgo. I am used to change. I just make it look like a Leo. And your rising sign, by the way, is a part of your destiny. It's who you can become if you take the hero's journey. So, just going to read the meaning here really quick. The chameleon, change. Change is a natural part of life. So resistance is futile. Well, that's the hero's journey for you. Ride the energies of change and know where you are going, then fear will lessen. It is not always wise to just blend in with everyone else, as if we could. Keep flexibility in mind and body. Flexibility in mind and body is advantageous. I do yoga and I dance every day. Do not take long to make your decision. Well, there you go. There you go. So here's the thing about the hero's journey, and you know, it's not like I came up with this, that the hero usually refuses the call and then calamity happens. Star Wars, the first movie, A New Hope, right? Same people. So, you know, you do it, right? So, you know, take the spiritual quest here. It's not like I ain't on it, but it's not like you're not on it. But that's the funny part. We're spirits in the material world. Well, what do you think they were talking about, right? We are spirits in the material world on a hero's journey. So, change. Let's get our last card down. I have a feeling this should be rather poignant, considering this is an alchemical reading to start with, and we've got the Alchemist. So this is a different kind of hero's journey. So let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ascended Master Override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist us Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers to alchemize for chakra our choices and decisions, the shadow to light, the lead to gold, the pain to peace, shifting from toxicity to health, from fear to love with the Alchemist in the 8th, the rattle, 10 of blades on the inner, 2 of wands on the outer, removing obstacles, seeing this as a spiritual quest, and working with the chameleon energy to change. In this read, Amplifying Abundance. If you know the tune, sing along. Abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. Hey, abundance is my... Looney Tunes, man. It's wired in. I'm Generation X. I was raised on Looney Tunes. So this, interestingly enough, on a spiritual quest for abundance, oh, that's new. Now, it's ancient, or it's about as archetypal as you get, but abundance comes in many forms. However, I'm going to warn you now. I was raised by a lawyer. This has got a lawyer clause in it. It is a contract. There is a, if you do this, then you can do this. So, abundance is my birthright, and I receive it now. When you are abundant, you feel confident that life will always meet your needs, whether things go according to plan or not, because how often does it go according to plan? Change. Abundance is not a matter of having more than enough, but of seeing life from the soul's perspective, that only your ideas and beliefs can ever limit your experience. And that's not new, right? As above, so below, as a man thinketh, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Here's the lawyer part. Abundance is a readiness to be supported by the universe in exchange, there's the lawyer, for letting your light shine at full capacity. We're ruled by the sun. Okay, so like there's a choice. So no matter what comes, no matter what goes, light is truth, right? Love and light, love and light. But to allow your soul to shine through, this mantra is ideal for unraveling beliefs of lack and scarcity, overcoming fear, and increasing confidence. Confidence. What a kick-ass shadow read. I mean, really, the only thing we gotta look out for is, misusing the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. So, it's a little dodgy. Maybe we've all dipped some toes, but it's a learning curve too. And by the way, even though we're not dealing with the hero archetype on the table, it's in the deck, it didn't come out. Every villain thinks they're a hero until they learn. And it's a learning curve. Just how many times you want to keep reincarnating for this stuff. So, if you are new to the channel, we always end my readings with what is called a blessimation. It's a word we came up with over on Patreon, and it's stuck in my third eye. So, I really don't know what's going to come out of my mouth when I do the blessimations, because I guess it's channeling, call it what you want. But then we will chat about cool stuff, and you get to see a picture of the kitty if you want to. It's not clickbait. It's really going to happen. All right, one last time, at least for this reading. Please take a nice deep breath. This was a real fun one. Still point. Pantheonic override. May we end as we began. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of us Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and our cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we be blessed with all that we need to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, shifting from toxicity to health, from fear to love, from illusion to truth, to a more golden true love timeline by amplifying abundance, because abundance is our birthright. And we receive it now. And that we can call in the magic of the chameleon to go with the change and shift with the flow, because change is a good thing. We just don't always see it that way. But we can remove some of those obstacles by getting that it is part of a spiritual quest. And that we have choices to make as we go as to whether or not we even want to take the quest. And not necessarily a life-changing decision just yet, but definitely keep an eye on that solar plexus, because it will tell us whether we are violating our honor code or not. And certainly as the pieces of the puzzle come together with a mental resolution, maybe integrating all of the different clues, tips, hits, things we've read, the knowledge and the wisdom that we have gained through our spiritual practice. So we transform our base motives and goals into golden wisdom for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, and happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. So it is. That was good. It was very upbeat. Not a womp womp in here. Loving it. If you loved it, hey, even if you like it, hit the thumbs up. Hit the like button. It helps other people find the reading, right? It helps gets my work out there. That's all it does. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, please do subscribe, because I'm not stopping. You can see I get a kick out of this. And certainly if you want the deeper dive, come Patreon on Patreon. The daily check-ins alone, $3 a month as a seeker. You know, just 7-day free trial as a seeker, right? See if you like it, right? Stay the month if you want the discount. But I love doing the daily check-ins. They're so much fun. And you can follow for free. I love my free followers. I know a lot of them personally. They're like, oh, I just want to follow along. Like, that's fine, darling. So I make sure I put out stuff for them especially when it comes inspired. I've posted audiobooks on them, you know, like YouTube ones that you can watch, and all sorts of cool stuff. So as it comes to me, I put it out there. But, you know, remember, my subscribers get the daily check-ins. They get all the extended readings, past, present, and into the future, and a significant discount. And we'll talk about that discount next. But I also want to say, having the digital shop has been wonderful. And my entire back catalog is there now. And so with the new book, more content will be created, classes and workshops and all that jazz. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angela Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. And if you want to book me for a private session, there is a video I made for the 25th anniversary of my company when I finally raised my prices. But now I have moved, so I have to make a new one. So for now, timeless recording. If not, you might look in the description box and see something completely different than what's running right now. Absolutely. It's called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Explains everything, basically, that you need to know about booking a private session with me. Spiritual counseling, a reading, both was what we call a half and half. What I charge, why I charge it. But I have to make a new one because I'm doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street, Phila. You contact them directly. I have days set aside. They tell me you're coming. I show up, I read you, and then I come back home. Unless I got a day full, which does happen. So yeah, book in advance, right? If you want to see what's available. And eventually I will be taking clients here at the house. I do have an office downstairs where I will be doing small classes as well as seeing clients there. But the majority of my work in readings, it's a Zoom recording. I send my client the link. They jump into the conversation. We record the whole thing on video so they don't have to remember anything or take notes. At the end of the reading, I send them a link. They download the entire recording. They tell me they downloaded it and I delete it. You'll hear it in the video. Confidentiality is a huge honor code thing for me in this lifetime. And it's a vow I made, so I'm not breaking a vow for that for anybody. But the most important thing I say, I think, in that video, title hovering over my head there in purple, is that I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. I won't do it. I've been on the balls of my ass like everybody else at some point, except maybe some people, right? So where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch. There's a way. We always work it out. And, I have to say, my creative journey with Patreon and the online stuff, I'm now monetized on Facebook, so I'm doing reels or shorts, reel shorts, whatever they are. And there's the Mark Angelo Lyons Malfour Short private Facebook group and all this stuff that's going on. And the reason why I say that is that if it wasn't for my Leo rising, never be doing this. I am a Virgo Sun, Pisces Moon, and God, I got that Venus and Libra too. Makes me chatty, don't it just? So by all means, please do follow along, and you can see more of this little guy, Sam for short. He's my Sebastian reincarnated. They do raised by witches, brought into the world by witches, driven up here from Long Island to Saratoga Springs, and I love him. So I'm putting out lots of content on Patreon as well as Facebook. So thank you so much for allowing me to strut my whatever half hour, probably longer, here at the table in my studio temple. But I do what I love, and I love what I do, and I do love my Leos. So hang in there. This is a really great read. You got this. I love you. Did I say that already? I'll say it again. I love you. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed be.